Yo, welcome in, homie. I was scrolling the interwebs as you do on a Wednesday night after a stressful day at work and came across a few free games I wanted to share with you. And let's start with the heavy hitter of the video with Spellcasters Playtest open for registration. Here you get to cast, fly, fight and cooperate in intense 3 versus 3 action strategy battles. You get to summon hundreds of creatures, cast devastating spells, and call upon the might of titans to rise as the most powerful members of the community of spellcasters. It's a run-of-the-mill MOBA with a bit of added spice in your ability to fly at any time and any place. I guess it gives an added level which we haven't seen from other MOBAs, and it will be interesting to see if the developers can carve a space for themselves in this competitive genre by adding flying to the gameplay. Every MOBA player right now is saying, great, now instead of getting ganked from the bush, they're gonna swoop down from the sky and touch my nutsack. Personally, I just signed up to take this bad boy out for a spin, and the beta should open tomorrow, the 4th of December. So if you're interested in trying it out, then I've left a link in the description to take you to the Steam page. Next up, I want to take a quick look at something that might look like the graphics are so retro Moses probably played the early access version on stone tablets. It's the Perfect Tower Game 2, a game which is a mix of incremental and tower defense all mixed up into one. Here you build a town, manage resources and explore a variety of minigames and tons of upgrades, and who the F doesn't like upgrades? The key here is really to fully automate the game and watch numbers go up, up and up, which is something I also wish for my own bank account, but unfortunately it's going the other way. The Perfect Tower 2 is currently sitting in with very positive reviews on Steam with a total of 2,900 reviews, and considering the graphical juiciness of this bad boy and the gameplay, that's pretty impressive. Next up, something about color and pigment. In a time where winter depression is hitting hard, I can go outside and look at two colors, grey and a little bit more grey. In Pigment, all of the color has been wiped from Huey's world, and here you will run, jump, dash, swipe and pogo your way through this hand-drawn platform to restore color to the land. It's a fun idea, the added color is super juicy and the feeling of completion is even better. I mean, let's be fair, it's not a AAA, but it's done fairly well, the movement feels very satisfying, which is all that really matters. And as an added bonus, I think it's made by one guy in his basement, which is also impressive. So if you decide to take this bad boy out for a spin, remember to send love to David and review the game. I'm sure he is spamming the review page on Steam with the F5 refresh please as we speak. And I want to give you a quick reminder, until tomorrow, the 4th of December, you can still claim Universe for sale on the Epic Store. And here, a mysterious cultist who's stripped to the flesh from his bones in order to reach enlightenment decides to sell you a universe. It's kind of a strange idea, I know, but human creativity is even stranger. This point-and-click hand-drawn visual novel is something fairly special. It's sitting in with very positive reviews, which is impressive for a game in this genre. The cool thing is that every new face, whether human, simian, skeleton or robotic, has a unique story to tell as they do their best to survive the acid rain pouring down. I guess I can put my head on the chopping board and say it's one of the more interesting visual novels I've had the pleasure of taking out for a spin. And then, starting the 4th of December, you can claim the Darkside Detective, where you grab your trench coat, tune your 6 senses and join the Darkside Division as they investigate the outright bizarre, the downright dangerous, and the confusing cases of Twin Lake. Flesh-hungry tentacles, mafia and zombies, and the occasional missing sock are absolutely no match for the Darkside Detective. This bad boy was released back in 2017 and it's currently sitting in with very positive reviews. And alongside the Darkside Detective, you can also claim Jackbox Party Pack 4, a game I know nothing about. But according to Steam, it's some type of party game that you play when you have something called a party at your house. And to be fair, I haven't had a party since 2019, so I might need a tutorial on how social interactions work. I guess it's fair to say that it's not very often we get party games for free, so I guess this is the type of game that gets the lovely opportunity to live in my digital library collecting dust until one day, just one day, I have a thing called a party at my house. And of course, you mother juicy chuckers are all invited. I want to do a quick honorable mention with a look at Living Dead, which is a fun co-op wave-based 3D shooter from a top-down view perspective. The game takes place in a simulation of a zombie shooter, and the goal is to survive as many waves as possible. The key is really to survive. All of the waves get harder for each level you survive, so I think the idea is good, but it's clear to see that this bad boy needs a bit of polish here and there. But considering it's from an indie studio and hopefully they continue to work and update the game, then I think there could be something fun here. And last but not least, a quick mention to Mini Airways Demo, a real-time management game where you play the role of an air traffic controller, clear your aircraft for takeoff, landing, and direct them to their destination. Now, some of you might know and some of you might not, I actually work in aviation. That's how I pay my bills. And I thought it would be fun to mention this game. It's not too complicated, it's just complicated enough. It's a demo, so it's fairly limited, but it gives you a decent understanding of the game. If it's anything for you, you can buy the full version. And that pretty much brings me to the end of today's video. Thanks a lot for taking the time to watch my video. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't, subscribe if you haven't, why not? Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see your beautiful faces in the next one. Peace out.